Dear students, I have come with a new module, Computation of Missing Information using Consumer Price Index. So what is missing information? Sometimes in the question you will get the Consumer Price Index, but one or two values will be missing. How much he had spent for rent, or how much he had spent for miscellaneous expenses, or how much he had spent for entertainment. Like some information will be missing, whereas consumer price index value will be available in the question. So this we are going to learn with the help of two problems. Now the first problem, cost of living index number of a certain data was 200. So the CPI or the cost of living index value is given as 200. From the base year, the percentage increase in prices were rent 50, clothing 250, fuel and light 120 and miscellaneous 225. What was the percentage increase in food group? That means the food percentage increase in food group is missing. The weight for different groups were food 60, rent 16, clothing 12, fuel and light 8 and miscellaneous 4. So this problem is about one missing information. We are going to do that. So the percentage increase in values have to be added to get the index values, because always you know that when we are writing the interpretation, we are subtracting 100 and we are writing the interpretation. But here increase in values is given. So if you want to get the index, you have to add 100. So this it's explained in the table: commodities, food, rent, clothing, fuel and light, miscellaneous expenses and total. I values are there, index values. X, the food index is missing. That is what we are going to compute. Rent is 150, clothing 350, fuel and light 220, miscellaneous expenses 325. Now the respective weights are given in the question: 60, 16, 12, 8, 4 and total is 100. So IW values are there, index values into weights. So 60x, 2400, 4200, 1760 and 1300. So when you take the total, 9660 plus 60x. Now we have to compute the missing information. So it's given that consumer price index is 200. We know that consumer price index is computed using the equation CPI is equal to sigma IW divided by sigma W. Now substituting the values in the equation, we get CPI, you know that it's 200. That is equal to, we got the sigma IW total, that is 9660 plus 60x divided by 100. Now you have to cross multiply that, then you will get 9660 plus 60x is equal to 20,000. That is 200 into 100, 20,000. Now we can derive the second equation, that is 60x is equal to 20,000 minus 9,660. That means x is equal to 10,340 divided by 60. That is equal to 172.33. Now this is the index value. The question is, what is the percentage increase in food index? That meaning you have to subtract 100 here. So 172.33 minus 100. So the percentage increase in food group was 72.33. Now what we are going to do? The next problem, we have two missing values. We are going to compute that. So a worker gets rupees 750 per month. This is an important information. Whatever he gets, that only he can spend. So this is an important information we are going to use in the computation. The cost of living index for January 2021 is given as 160. So the CPI value is given 160. Using the following data, find out the amount spent for food and rent. So two missing values you have to find out. So the group food, clothing, rent, fuel and light and miscellaneous expenditure. Food value you have to find out, that we are denoting it as X. Clothing is 125, rent we are denoting it as Y. Fuel and light 100, miscellaneous 75. Now group index values 190, 181, 140, 118 and 101. Now we can see the solution in the slide. Expenditure on food is denoted as X and the rent is denoted as Y. Now the values of W are there, values of index values are there, IW values are there. Then you have to take the total. When you are taking the total, 42,000 plus 190x plus 140y, that is sigma IW. Sigma W total is 300 plus x plus y. This is also an important information we are going to use. Now CPI, we know that it's given in the question, it's 160. So CPI is calculated using the equation sigma IW divided by sigma W. So substituting the values in the equation, we get 160 is equal to 42,000 plus 190x plus 140y divided by 300 plus x plus y. We know that he is getting 750. So 750 is equal to 300 plus x plus y. That is 750 is his earnings. He cannot spend beyond that. So that is, we are getting one equation, 450. That is 750 minus 300. 450 is equal to x plus y. Now we have to substitute the values in the equation. 160 is equal to 42,000 plus 190x plus 140y divided by 750, because the total earnings is 750. Now when you are cross multiplying, 42,000 plus 190x plus 140y is equal to 1,20,000. That is 160 into 750. Now again simplifying the equation, 190x plus 140y is equal to 1,20,000 minus 42,000, that is equal to 78,000. So we are getting the first equation for computation, 190x plus 140y is equal to 78,000. That is the equation 1. Now we know that 300 plus x plus y is 750. So that means 450, that is 750 minus 300 is 450. 450 is equal to x plus y. This is equation 2. Now what we are going to do? We are going to use the equation 1 and equation 2 for computation. So multiplying the second equation with 140. Then we are getting 190x plus 140y is equal to 78,000. That is equation 3. And 140x plus 140y is equal to 63,000. That is, we are getting equation 4. Now subtracting equation 3 from 4, we get 50x, that is 190x minus 140x. 50x is equal to 15,000, that is 78,000 minus 63,000. 140y and 140y will get cancelled. So then x value is equal to 15,000 divided by 50, that is equal to 300. Now we got one missing value, that is 300. So 300 plus y is equal to 450. This equation was our second equation. We derived this equation already because the worker is getting only 750 rupees. So that is the, we have substituted the value, one value 300 in this equation, and now we can get the value of y. So y is equal to 450 minus 300, that is equal to rupees 150. So both the missing values we have calculated. So sometimes you will get questions like this, missing values you have to find out, whereas the CPI or the consumer price index values will be given. So this is what I want to explain in this module. Thank you.